Hi Sam.
Hey.
Good to see you. Yeah, we're back. So in the last video, we talked about what syndication is. So during COVID, actually, a lot of you know that I invest in individual properties, residential homes. I own townhomes in out of state. Actually, Sam was my realtor in Salt Lake City to help me with my residential investment.
And you did very well. So
yeah,
congrats.
Actually, thank you. So during COVID, we all know that residential real estate just went through the roof.
Yeah.
Which I'm very happy because my investment did really well. But now you think about it, like, am I going to invest in residential real estate now when it has gone up so high? My return is going to be lower. My return on investment will be lower. And I would have to put more money down to get the same return or maybe just break even, right?
Yeah.
So in the last 2 years or so, I have put more money in syndication. I've actually invested in what, five or six projects
5 or 6
now?
projects, yeah.
Yeah. So the reason for that is it's just easier. So Sam, why don't you tell us, what do you do? Like, why multifamily? I know you guys buy at value, which is also very important. Like in residential area, we also buy at value. It's always in the buying when you make money.
Yeah.
So tell us what your philosophy is when you buy like a big project, like a multifamily project.
Yeah, our main goal is to buy something that has economies of scale. And COVID taught us why that was important, because you have vacancies, people not paying rent. If you own a duplex and one person decides to not pay you rent, you only have half of your income. We're buying 310 doors in El Paso right now. If 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 people move out or can't pay rent, that doesn't affect us very much. So economies of scale. And what a lot of people like you have learned is you started with a condo, a townhome, you moved to duplexes and fourplexes, and then you realize that economies of scale is really nice to have, in addition to getting better returns like you were just talking about, because we have those economies of scale, we're going to make you more money. You also get better tax write-offs.
Professional management, that's also important.
So there's so many different reasons why people, investors like you, they start at single family, they go to small multifamily, and they end up in large multifamily. And everything's just better. The numbers are bigger, but the risk is lower, the returns are higher, but you don't have to answer calls from tenants. So there's really, in my opinion, there's only positives. There's only reasons why you should buy multifamily. I sold my entire single family portfolio last year, and I'll never go back.
Yeah, the thing is, in California, we have the eviction moratorium. So a lot of the landlords are hurting because the tenants are not paying.
Right.
And then they're just not professional enough in, rental law to deal with that. And then they're just suffering, not getting enough rent. But with multifamily, I am actually just a passive investor. Yeah. I don't have to deal with any of that. I never have to pick up a call from the property manager or, actually my recent, I got a call from my Utah property that one of the my tenants, the dishwasher caught on fire.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So for residential space, I have to deal with that. But in syndication, I never have to get a call.
You didn't even hear about it.
The second thing I really like about multifamily syndication investment is I put 50,000 or 100,000 in. I don't have additional loan.
Right, you don't have to sign on the loan.
That's all I invest.
I do.
You do. Yeah, so it's just very easy, very little work on my part. I invested. The only downside I see is just it's not as liquid as residential investment. Like if I want to sell one of my townhomes, I can sell it the next day, right? But I guess syndication, right, you can
sell your share.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do allow you to sell your share, but there is some control that's lost by investing with a group like us. But again, I feel like the upside outweighs the downside. And if you think about liquidity and what happened in the downturn, single family dropped way further than multifamily. And so from a liquidity and sellability standpoint, actually you're a little bit better in multifamily, which is nice. You're not signing on the loan, so your credit isn't affected.
Right.
You don't get the landlord calls.
It's just easy.
And the tax write-offs, Grace, this is the big thing, and we're probably going to talk about this more in depth, but because these properties are so much larger, there's so much more to write off. and the tax write-offs, the passive tax losses we're able to generate are 7 to 8 times larger than anything you would generate from single family.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the tax write-off, which is like another reason why syndication is actually my preferred way to go these days for investment. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.